Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asad Yaqub and I am from Lahore, Pakistan, and I teach IELTS here. Well guys, I'm going to share a case study of one of my students who truly struggled with IELTS, and he did not give up, and he actually clinged on to his goal, and at last he achieved his target, and his target was actually 8,777. So it was not easy for him. At times his band score was low in one module and high in another module. Then he tried again, he was quite annoyed and he didn't know what to do. But at the end he was able to get his desired band score, or you can also call it the magic band, 8,777. Let's just talk to him, and he's going to share his story, and through his story you're going to get the positive vibes from him, and you are going to motivate yourself that if he can do it, I can do it as well, right? Let's just call him. His name is Mohammed Mirza and he is in USA. Let's just talk to him. Hello, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, Asad. How are you?
Very well, fantastic. Thank you very much. So now, my students are listening to you, and they are curious to know about your story. I gave a little introduction. Now you can first please introduce yourself and then tell us about your struggle or conquest for IELTS, or adventure with IELTS actually.
Sure, I would be happy to tell my details. So, my name is Mohammed Mirza. I was born and raised in India. I moved to America in 2013. Ever since then, I've been living here. So, recently I thought of, trying to get an IELTS exam done so that, I could immigrate to a country, to Canada, hopefully.
Right.
So, I started giving my IELTS for the very first time in December 2018. Actually, the specific date is December 2nd. It was the first time I gave my IELTS exam.
Right.
And I had literally done no preparation at that time because I was assuming, I will be able to crack that 8,777 very easily because I've been living in this country for quite a long time. And I thought I would crack it. But to my surprise, my results came out like 7 in listening and 7.5 in the rest.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, let me give a second try. Second try happened. I studied a little bit. My listening scores went up a little bit, but it was not up to the mark. So then, I felt that this is a challenge for myself.
Okay.
Then I literally prepared very hard for that exam, for the next time's exam. So this time I had given myself a time of like 2 months. I prepared myself. I went through your videos. I went through other trainers' videos. I was like, my whole YouTube playlist was with IELTS at that time.
Okay.
So I was so much into IELTS at the time. So, but then what happened was I got a 9 in reading.
Great.
Yeah, and I was like, wow. And then when I see the rest of the scores, I got an 8 in listening, 9 in reading, and then 6.5 in writing, and then 8 in speaking.
Okay.
So, but then that was also
6.5 in writing.
Yeah. So it was like, I was like, okay, what's going to happen now? 6.5 in writing. And by then I had no idea that there is an option of EOR. And then, again, I was like so dull and so depressed that, I didn't know like what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. So, and in America, getting IELTS dates is really difficult. It's not that easy as how it is in India. When I see dates in India, they're like back-to-back available. But here, you've got to book IELTS, you have to give at least a month's time. You cannot book 2 IELTS exams in a month because there are no slots available. So there have been instances where I had to travel to a different state to write an exam. And it is really complicated here. And also in America, we do not have computer-based exams. We only have paper-based exams. So it makes more time-consuming for us to, wait for the exam, to book the exam, write the exam, and get the results.
Right.
So then after that, after the third attempt, I think I came to know about the EOR through your videos, and I'm very thankful to you for that.
Good.
For that information.
Good.
Yeah, for that informative video. And when I called the exam center about my EOR, they said, no, the time has passed. You cannot get the EOR done now. And I was like, okay. And then again, I had booked an exam. Then again I gave an exam. I got an 8 in listening, 7.5 in reading, 6.5 in writing, and 8 in speaking.
God, again
So I was
writing,
like,
yeah?
yeah. The first time when I gave, my writing was 7.5 and
Uh-huh.
my listening was 7.
Okay,
So I was just focusing on listening. So my
okay.
listening scores were gradually going up, but the
Mm-hmm.
rest of the scores were going down because I was just feeling that I'm overconfident in that.
Okay.
And then, then I thought, I have to focus on every aspect and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had given the one more time exam. I got an 8.5 in listening, 7 in reading, 6.5 in writing, and 8.5 in speaking.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my God, everything has happened now. And again, this is happening. Then I applied for EOR this time
Mm-hmm.
because I was very confident that the EOR would turn out positive results.
Right.
But EOR was really expensive in America.
Okay.
Like, for example, the IELTS exam in America is $245, and the EOR itself is $220.
My
So
God.
it's a really, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's a really big amount. Like I mean, even despite me being an engineer, for me also it's a really big amount.
Okay.
So then, I thought, after seeing all your videos, like so many people have got like better results in writing, especially
Mm-hmm.
after the EOR. I was like, no, I have to give that EOR. So I
Right.
applied for that EOR. I was very excited. And then on the 17th day, I get my result back. No, your result has not changed. And I
Ah,
was
sad.
like, okay. I was like, okay, no, now I have to study one more time. Then I had given my exam uh, in San Francisco, California.
Mm-hmm.
Here I got my result 8.5 in listening, 8 in speaking, 7.5 in reading, and 6.5 in writing.
My
Then I
goodness.
was,
How many times have you taken IELTS test, by the way?
to be specific, 9 times is IELTS and 1 time is self-ip.
My goodness. Okay, then what happened after that?
So this was in Ramadan this year,
Okay.
and I was like, okay, I was thinking, if I should still be applying for EOR or not because it's almost at like $220. Like I was like so much in dilemma, and then I was like, oh, okay. So when I've invested all this money till now,
Mm-hmm.
$220 is not going to make me poor or rich.
Okay.
So why don't I invest it for the IELTS?
Right.
Then I invested that money in IELTS, and then San Francisco Center told me that it's going to take 6 weeks for the results to come out,
Mm-hmm.
and the earlier center had told me that it would come out in 21 days.
Okay.
So the earlier center was a really small center, like it could accommodate only 30 to 40 students, and the San Francisco Center was really big.
Okay.
Like I'm pretty sure that they would accommodate at least 200 students for each exam.
Okay.
So then what happened was, I literally had lost hopes on EOR. I thought, my writing it needs to be improved and it has to be worked upon. I forgot that I had applied for an EOR.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had booked another exam. I was just preparing for that exam. And then just before like 2 days of the exam, I got an email from San Francisco IELTS Center that, Muhammad, your results have changed. We refunded you the amount.
Okay.
And I was like, oh my goodness.
Great.
And yeah, and then I watched the exam center. I took my exam sheet in my hand, and I was like very excited.
Great.
And my score changed from 6.5 to 7.
Wow.
And I was like so happy that
Amazing.
everything is now
Amazing.
perfect. Yeah. And then I had my exam in 2 days. So the surprising fact is here, I'll tell you one thing out of my experience. So I had my exam on 29th of June to be precise. So 29th of June, I appeared for my exam. I know that my reading did not go well because I was not that interested, in giving the exam. I was like, okay, kind of, let's just go ahead for the exam just because I've paid the money. So I was expecting that, I would get something around 6.5 to 7 in reading, which was, I got 7 in reading.
Okay.
But to my shock, what happened was my speaking score fell down from an 8.5 and an 8 to a 6.5.
My God.
Yeah. And then I was like, how is this even possible? Like, because when I was living in India, when I was coming from a master's, the first time I had given my IELTS academic, I had got a 7 in 2013.
Okay.
So to my understanding, because I've been consistently getting an 8 or an 8.5 in speaking,
Mm-hmm.
there is no point that there could be a drop of 2 bands.
Okay.
So what I understood, the last 2 exams I took were in San Francisco. those are really big centers.
Mm-hmm.
And the previous one I took was in Santa Barbara. That was really small. So what, to my understanding, is big centers, because they have a lot of students coming in, a lot of exams going on. Maybe there could be a possibility that they would have made a mistake or anything would have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because my EOR result also changed at a big center like San Francisco, and it did not change in the center in Santa Barbara, which was relatively small.
Right.
So so that's my personal experience.
Great. That's fantastic. But finally, I mean, if there could be somebody else, he would have given up. But you did not give up, and you went on again and again and again. So how do you feel about it now?
Yeah, I feel so relaxed. I would only suggest the students who are actually writing exam and they're failing. It's not like it's just you who are failing. There are a lot of people who are not able to cope up. And it's not like because we South Asians do not speak English as a primary language does not mean that that is the reason we are not getting the score.
Right.
Even a native English speaker will not be able to crack 9 in all. It's
Right.
difficult for them as well.
Right.
They have to study. The only tip I would say for the students is you have to program your mind for IELTS. It's not like you wake up in the morning and you just go for the exam.
Right.
You have to put in time, efforts, then you have to program your mind to be able to crack the IELTS exam.
Good. So, I mean, would you like to give some final advice? Because, I mean, you struggled, you took IELTS 9 times. So, do you think there is some problem with the examiners and how they gave you low band in speaking and then sometimes 8, 8.5, sometimes 6, 6.5? What do you think is going on actually, according to your understanding?
What I think actually is, it depends upon what center you're taking in. So, and also, I mean, it also depends on what topic you're speaking on. There might be some topics, related to your work, and you will be able to talk much better. And
Right.
there might be topics related to something like space or something, and you will not be able to make ideas out of that. So that could be a possibility, and then there could be a pressure on the examiner as well. Like he might be having a lot of people coming in, he might be going through a lot of stress, and because of a lot of exams going on, maybe there could be a possibility that there is a mistake from the examiner as well. So speaking, writing, if you ever feel that you've done better and you've scored less, go for that extra mile, apply for the EOR.
Okay, that's amazing. So I really wish you all the best, and your story is quite motivational. I mean, a lot of students who are struggling and they are just very close to giving up, I think they can rise from there and then they can shine once again.
Yeah. Trust me, Asad, if I had to give 5 more or 10 more times as well, I would have given that more times.
That's the real motivation. Okay, that's the spirit, I would say. So thank you very much indeed, Muhammad Mirza. Your story is brilliant, and it's going to motivate a lot of students, and they're going to achieve, and finally they're going to reach their destination, that is Canada. You're also planning to go to Canada, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. On behalf of my students, I'm really thankful to you for all the great tips you shared and the story you shared.
Sure, Asad. Thank you so much. It was my pleasure.
Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. So guys, this was my student Muhammad Mirza from USA, originally from India, and he took IELTS 9 times before reaching his final band score, and then because he had booked another date, he tried after getting 8,777, he tried IELTS again, and to his surprise they gave him low band. So the outcome, or my understanding is, your IELTS depends on examiner, your IELTS depends on your luck also, and there are so many other factors. Thank you very much. If you like this video, hit the like button, and I mean, one day it's going to be you and I'll be interviewing you. Okay, so just you have to stay motivated, be positive, and one day you're going to achieve your goal and you're going to reach your final destination. So if you like this video, hit the like button, and don't forget to comment. If you have any likely story to share with me, please send me your message through WhatsApp, and then definitely I'm your voice and I'm going to highlight your story, and others will also learn something from your story. I have a Facebook page, Asad Yaqub IELTS. You can subscribe to my Facebook. You can like my Facebook page, and there I share some information on daily basis. Thank you very much. I teach IELTS online. If you want to join my online IELTS classes, my WhatsApp number is given. You can contact me for that. Asad Yaqub wishes you all the best. Take care. Allah Hafiz.